Tom Chi made this diagram a long time ago. I still use it. 2008. Look at that. But he sort of laid out what a typical product life cycle is for things, right? There's this emergent stage where there's lots of people working on it. Nobody's really gotten it yet. And then there's a stage where people are growing. And at the end of the day, a couple emerge victorious. Most of them fade away. Then there's this mature stage where you don't really switch because the market's done and something blows up and it goes down. And so if I were to plot out kind of where things are right now, it feels like in mobile, we're in this mature market stage. Basically iOS and Android 1, there's not really any story there. And if you're an Android person, you pretty much stay an Android person if you're an iOS person. So that's kind of where that sits. If you look at desktops and laptops, pretty much a declining market for a number of years now, right? If you look at voice computers, a lot of growth right here. Also a lot of consolidation, same with like wrist computers, but this, really in that fuzzy stage. And I think there's a number of things that people have tried. Is it VR? Is it AR? Is it some other type of thing? We don't know yet.
Where do you see the crossover with accessibility and the mobile market? For instance, as an example, I'm dyslexic. On my laptop, I use a dyslexia font so I can read, but I can't install that on my iPhone.
Yeah.
So where is the crossover for, because we have vision, we can make it bigger, but there are other accessibility issues out there.
Yeah, I think they're gradually getting tackled as we go, right? Like, if you look at the progress that we've been making to use some of those sensors and technologies to make assistive technologies better, it keeps getting better and better year over year. Is it a solved problem yet? No, but it's not a solved problem on desktops and laptops either. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think even just to sort of represent some of the things that Google was showing today, there was a video where they implemented Morse code inside of Gboard, so people could use that. There was this video of a woman, I remember. Yeah.
I tweeted this one.
Oh, you saw that one. Yeah, she uses her head like this to sort of communicate, right? And so she uses Morse code, and they actually worked with her to enable Morse code inside of Gboard so she could use that as an input mechanism. So I think people are doing good work there, but there's probably more to do.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So with natural user interfaces, it seems like there's an implication of seamlessness overall in the entire workflow. So in such cases, should we still expect like a reasonable degree of privacy? With so many sensors tracking so many things, is privacy a concept that will be passé by the time we come to that?
I think there is, I have a slide for that. The problem with my slides is I probably have a slide, but I just don't know where it is in this 700 freaking page slide deck. Okay, sorry, wrong deck. 1 second. It's a long slide, so it's in my long slide deck, as opposed to my regular deck. So here we go. So if you look at the types of things we use to secure your bank account, like a PIN, 4-digit PIN basically has like 10,000 permutations. Not really that secure. Typical passwords do letters and symbols and have sort of a minimum requirement of characters, so you can really kind of protect against brute force attacks. If you use a gesture-based kind of system where you draw, and in this case Windows 10 used images, you can see we can really blow up that permutation, right? The fingerprint tracking or unlocking system that Apple implemented had about a 1 in 50,000 chance of somebody unlocking your phone with their fingerprint, assuming they had it and it worked. Whereas the kind of natural user interface thing here using Face ID has a 1 in a million chance of somebody unlocking your phone unless they're your twin. And so I show this to say there are ways to make things more humane and natural that still have security and privacy and things like this baked in. The two are not mutually exclusive. In many cases, they can actually work together, create something that's better on both sides. Right?